Level 1. The new fish. You have no tattoos, no reputation, no friends on the inside. To the prison, you are just another number stitched on a cheap uniform. Somebody in here, maybe from your race or your hometown, is gonna ask, what are you in for? How much time? Any weird charges on your jacket? You don't know it yet, but people have already noticed you. They saw you walk in with that lost look. They watched which table you avoided in the chow hall. They notice you flinch at small sounds. You have no say in anything. You don't pick where you sit. You don't pick who you stand next to. Even who you shake hands with can start a war you don't understand. Your goals at this level are simple. Don't get marked as weak. Don't get marked as a snitch. Don't get marked as a problem. But the problem is, staying invisible can only last so long. Level 2. You become a runner. A week or two in, someone older from your section calls you over. He doesn't ask. He tells you. Walk this down to cell 23. Don't open it. Don't drop it. Don't talk about it. It's a tiny folded piece of paper, maybe wrapped in plastic, maybe hidden in a food tray. It looks harmless. It's not. You start carrying kites, messages, names, debts, orders, from cell to cell, tier to tier. You're still a nobody, but now you're a useful nobody. You can move around without drawing as much suspicion as the older guys. You learn who eats where, who owes who, who's at war with who. Your power at this level is borrowed. You can't give orders, but if you mess up someone else's order, you might get hurt for something you don't even understand. This is where you first taste the trade. A little protection in exchange for a little obedience. Level 3. The enforcer. One day, the same older guy doesn't hand you a paper. He hands you a choice. We got a problem. This cell over here, he's been disrespecting, late on payment. You're gonna help fix it. You're not picking up weights and doing push-ups just to pass time anymore. Your size, your willingness to act becomes a form of currency. Your job is ugly and simple. Deliver a beating to someone who broke the rules. Stand by a door to intimidate a debt. Make sure a message gets taken seriously without saying a word. You're still not deciding who gets hit, but you're the one who decides how hard. With each job, people stop seeing you as a scared kid. They start seeing you as someone who will actually do what needs to be done. You get better shower times, better access to phones, a safer place to sit on the yard. But every favor you do builds a record. On the outside, helping someone move isn't a big deal. In here, helping someone move might mean helping them move a body. And the deeper you go, the harder it is to climb back out. Level 4. The trusted worker. You get a job in the kitchen, the laundry, or cleaning the tiers. On paper, it looks like you finally got something normal to do. In reality, you've just been handed access. Access to food trays that can hide contraband. Access to uniforms that can be swapped or altered. Access to movement at times other inmates are locked down. Your power at this level isn't loud. It's logistical. You're the guy who can make sure a certain person gets an extra meal, or that a certain guard never sees a certain note. You help keep the operation running smooth. Smuggling, communication, sometimes even protection deals. People who never talk to each other directly talk to you. You still take orders, but now you also offer solutions. And the more you solve problems, the more the real power in the prison starts to see you as an investment, not just a tool. Level 5. You become a lieutenant. By now, you've survived a couple years. You've proven you're not a snitch, you've taken hits, done jobs, kept secrets. Someone higher up pulls you aside and says, from now on, when there's a problem with our people on this tier, they talk to you first. You're now a rep, a low-level shot caller for your car, your race, your gang, your region. Your responsibilities explode overnight. You're settling beasts before they turn into stabbings, making sure debts get paid on time, assigning new guys roles, who can be trusted, who can't. You pass information and orders up to the real bosses. You start to feel actual power. You can say, leave him alone, he's good, and a beating gets called off. Or you can say, he's no good, and that might be the last peaceful shower that guy ever takes. But with power comes liability. If something goes wrong under you, someone snitches, someone acts without permission, then you answer for it. For the first time, your biggest fear isn't the guards, it's disappointing the people above you. Level 6, the yard boss. You're not just handling one tier anymore. You're handling an entire yard or building. When your people come out for chow, they look to see where you sit. They take their cue from you. Are we calm today? Are we tense? Are we getting ready for something? You now have a say in who comes out to the yard and who stays locked in for their own good. Who gets greenlit for discipline? When to settle a problem with words, and when to send in people who don't use words at all. You spend less time doing physical work and more time doing political work. You talk to other yard bosses, sometimes directly, sometimes through messengers, negotiating tiny pieces of peace so everyone can make their money. A simple nod from you on the yard can move a dozen people. A simple shake of your head can freeze a fight in place. But the higher you go, the more your world shrinks to one thing: control. Control the phones, control the drugs, control the debts, control the rumors. Because a single rumor that you're weak can be more dangerous than any knife. Level 7. You become a full shot caller. At this point, you might not even come out to the yard much. You don't have to. You sit in a cell, maybe with a TV, some photos, a stack of paperwork. On the surface, you look like just another lifer waiting to die. But from that cell, you control more than some people do on the outside. You decide which people your group accepts and which ones get checked or removed, which guard can be trusted to look away and which one needs to be watched, which problems are business and which problems are blood. You almost never touch contraband yourself. You don't deliver beatings, you don't run errands. You move people, not objects. You speak in coded language, indirect hints, little phrases that can mean life or death. You protect your operation from snitches, from rival groups, from chaos. Your biggest tools now are fear, loyalty, and information. Fear because everyone knows disobeying you has consequences. Loyalty because years of favors make people feel like they owe you their life. Information because you know who is going home soon, who just came in, who's talking too much. Out there, people judge power by fancy cars and big houses. In here, power looks like this. Level 8. You become a ghost ruler. Maybe things went too far. A big riot. A stabbing that made the news. Now the administration decides you're too dangerous for general population. You get shipped to the SHU, to solitary, to a supermax unit. 23 hours a day in a concrete box. No yard full of soldiers in your direct line of sight. Most people think that means your power's gone. It isn't. If you've built your network right, your voice can still travel through walls, through phone calls, through coded letters. You're not walking the yard anymore, but your name is. You might be hundreds of miles away from the prison where you started, but the structure you helped build keeps running on its own momentum. You traded physical freedom inside the prison for a kind of dark immortality.